Hello, I want to show you a quick preview of sorts of the animation system I've put into Stalker Resource System, because we get to have more systems apparently. It's fairly customizable, which was the entire point, so you can, do whatever you want to make it fit and alert you properly so you see it. We all see things differently, and based on the placement of our bar and what's going on and what other add-ons we are running, you might need different settings than me, so I made this system and you can, with it, do whatever you want to make it look like you want. I'll be showing this using the full bar effect, which flashes when you're at full suit power while in combat, because I can actually easily preview it by just hovering over this the toggle for the effect. As you can see, there's two different flash segments, whatever, for this particular effect. There's the bar overlay and the flat overlay. The bar overlay is basically a copy of the graphic you're using for the bar, which you can then manipulate, as you can see on the screen, and the flat overlay is just a solid color to kind of add to the bar overlay, because sometimes if it has deep blacks or something like that, it won't really color much, so you might have to use the flat overlay to kind of pull it further out, make it more noticeable. You can choose to use either or both in whatever configuration you want, and let's look at that now. As you can see, you can choose to toggle them on and off, and for now we'll just toggle off the flat, so we just work with the bar overlay. Makes it easier to see what's going on. You can see you have a opacity A and B, and a color A and B, and a flash speed. Opacity basically moves between the two opacities, and the colors move between the two colors in HSV configuration, not RGB, so it's smooth, or more better perceived color interpolation, as opposed to if you're doing it through RGB. And if we look at it, it just looks like this, which is wonderful. Then we can, well, one thing you can see, you can toggle on, B can both be toggled on and off, and if we toggle them off, it will basically mean that we're just displaying a solid, and in this case it is full opacity and with the fairly dark color. So if we go in and change the color to like white, for instance, you see it will show up as white. So you don't actually have to use it as a flash effect, you could just have the bar simply change to another color. If you just want, say for instance, a white flash, we can enable the flash opacity B, and then it will flash between the two opacities, and you get a standard flash effect through that. You can also animate the flash speed if you want it quicker. You can let it way, or much slower, which is probably not as useful, but you can do it. Actually, that would look better if it didn't. There you go, you better see it now. That's the same with the first one. The interesting thing is with these flash speeds is that you can just kind of set this back to my standard stuff. Just a second. If we enable the flat overlay again, we have this effect. Now, because the speeds are individual, you can actually kind of offset them and do really weird stuff. So it's like that, which just looks weird. Or maybe it's actually useful since it's pretty apparent, because it's not too, what do you call it? Yeah, it's not, yes, that's exactly what it is. I don't know the word right now, you have to excuse me. But again, you have the option to do whatever you want. You can also see if you just use the flat, it just does this. And again, we can manipulate all the colors and do what we want. That doesn't look very pretty, but hey, there's the ability to do what you want. This system, the animation system, is also tied into the event system, which will trigger on certain things. right now these are only using one flash effect, which is the background bar, which is a copy of your bar graphic behind the actual bar, which will then flash. As you can see it here. If I go below 35 suit power, see that flashes up there. Lovely cyan color. This will be expanded to include other flash elements, because for some of these it's not ideal that it's just the background which is hidden by the actual bar that flashes. So you will actually get the same abilities like for the full bar flash effect to also flash the bar itself and the flat overlay and stuff like that. As you might figure, the specials section will need to be redesigned, because having all of this on one page would just be since you'd need at least 3 like boxes for each, like so in the bar flash we have 2 boxes, one for the overlay, one for the bar, one for the flat, and you'd need at least 3 for each special. So I need to redesign this and make it more easy to deal with. But basically this is the animation system which allows you to set up animations for triggers and stuff like that. Decimate is also in already, as you see Punish is. It's just not here in the options yet, but it is in and it is working. At least the logic behind it. So basically right now I need to hook all these things into options, which is basically where I'm standing right now. And since I hate making options, I'm like trying to push it off, but I will do it. I will do it, and I will hopefully have this ready for a head start, or at least a little while after head start, depending on how much I get to test it before head start. But yeah, this is basically the animation system, and I wanted to show you what it is. Also it's sort of a little tutorial to how to use it, but I will explain this in the help section, which is not just some dummy stuff in here, but it will be explained in here how to use it, because it can be a little weird. Why is there a checkbox in front of B? That doesn't exactly make sense. So I will just explain all of this and then make sure people understand how to properly use it. And that's basically it. Hopefully I will get this done before head start, and you can all get to enjoy it, and I can continue working on further improving the add-on with more specials, more triggers, more stuff, and then hopefully also start working on the Spellslinger add-on and what comes after that. But yeah, see you in head start and whatnot.